discuss AI now and talking about product design and what that has to do with driving businesses an age of AI. We have Jacinta Fabi, a global digital technology leader, joining us for this. Jacinta, welcome to the program. And we know everybody is talking about AI now, the future is AI and all of that. When it comes to product designing, how many, well, there are obviously a lot of things that AI has to do, but how do we make that practical enough to drive business growth?
Thank you very much for having me here. Good afternoon. So to answer your question, AI, product design, and how they impact business growth, right? So there are some AI technologies that are already influencing how we designers design digital products, right? By removing repetitive tasks or time-consuming tasks from our workflows. So like generating early concepts or analyzing user data or summarizing user insights that we get from research. And this allows us as product designers to ship product faster and also iterate more effectively. But what's important is that AI is speeding this process, but it's necessarily not replacing the design thinking behind the workflow, right? So the empathetic human side of the design, understanding the emotions, the context, the culture, and even the unspoken needs of the users is still human. It still lies with us as the product designers, right? So AI can basically help us speed the process of coming up with that design of the product. It can surface patterns, but to feel frustrations, anxiety that users do, it definitely cannot do that. So we as designers work with AI to ensure that we deliver products to the optimal best for users. Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought the issue of emotions, culture, and all of that, because I think that kind of lays to rest the argument of AI taking people's job, because AI can only work with the contents that you give it,
Yeah.
whatever you input, that's what the AI will use to give you an output, so a human being still has to do that. But let's talk about how we can use this to drive business growth, especially in a country like Nigeria. Is it making the product look more attractive, or, in what way does it reduce overhead costs? At the end of the day, we need to drive business growth. How does AI help in this area?
Okay, so it can help in various ways. I already mentioned one aspect of we as designers. That's one context, how we can leverage the tool to design faster and ship products faster, but at the same time still retaining the human factor. Also, we can also leverage that in terms of, so there are also like a lot of Nigerian companies, sectors in Nigeria that are also leveraging AI to improve efficiency and impact among these multiple sectors. So there are fintech apps, for example, that can use AI to detect fraud, using AI to flag suspicious transactions like in real time. So that can definitely help or boost the growth of that business, because people would want to leverage that kind of tool that can help them, detect fraud early enough in time. We also have like healthcare. In healthcare as well, it can also help with diagnosis and help analyze medical images or patients' data, right? And this doesn't necessarily replace doctors. It basically allows them to focus on the most critical cases and reach more patients more effectively. So because AI is speeding up these processes, it enables the businesses to scale and grow in different ways. Yeah.
So I know that, I mean, when you go on social media, you see a lot of advertorials on how you can gain AI knowledge, be an AI professionals and things like that. Are this opportunities to get this knowledge of being an expert in AI, is it readily available and affordable in Nigeria?
So in Nigeria today, looking so I would say so we're getting there. And that's why also having this kind of conversations matters, because the first step is, awareness, and we're creating awareness for people to know that we're in the world of AI and how everyone should adopt it and, evolve fast. So that's like one of the ways to sort of like get that awareness. In terms of like having this resources available for people to learn AI. So I think there are like a couple. There are a couple online on YouTube, not necessarily paid for, but there are online resources where people can, go to leverage that. There are also people that have, taken out their time to learn more about this, taking out time to learn more about AI, and they are willing to share this knowledge in terms of content creation, online. And these days, I'm also beginning to see some applications that can aid micro learning, where you can learn AI tools, say 15 minutes in a day. You can devote 15 minutes of your time in a day to
All
learn
right.
it, if in case they feel it's overwhelming. Yeah.
Okay, all right, Jacinta, thank you so much. I mean,
Yeah.
especially when you talk about the freebies, everybody wants to hear about the freebies, the free opportunity
Yeah.
to become AI Pro, at least to a certain level. Thank you so much, Jacinta Fabi, a global digital technology leader.
Thank you so much.